You are looking at a total systemic freeze of the federal justice system. No motions, no objections, no sidebar conferences. On the specific command of Judge Marcus Caldwell, U.S. Marshals have physically seized control of a federal courtroom, confiscated defense files, and barricaded the doors. The defense team didn't just break the rules, they detonated them. In the wake of the catastrophic Witness 14 audio leak, Judge Caldwell delivered a ruling that has shattered legal precedent. Immediate lockdown, counsel detained, marshals standing shoulder to shoulder between the lawyers and the exit. This isn't a procedural delay. This is open combat between the bench and the bar, and the justice system just blinked. So how did we get to this nuclear option? Exactly 47 minutes before the marshals locked the doors, a digital bomb went off online. Leaked audio, protected recordings of witness interviews that were sealed by federal order. These tapes don't just suggest impropriety, they prove a coordinated conspiracy by the defense to manufacture lies. This isn't a gray area. This is a federal judge declaring that the proceedings themselves have been weaponized. I have the timeline, I have the logs, and I have the transcripts. Let's break down exactly what the defense tried to hide. First, you have to understand who Judge Caldwell is. A 23-year veteran. He has stared down cartel bosses, domestic terrorists, and RICO syndicates without breaking a sweat. He is known as the Iceman of the federal circuit. But sources inside the room confirm that when Caldwell heard these tapes, the color drained from his face. A clerk noted his knuckles turned white as he gripped the gavel. That's when he gave the order that stopped the world. Marshals, seal this room. What was on the tape that broke a veteran judge? Here is the reality of the Witness 14 leak. This is the smoking gun. Witness 14 is a high-level insider, identity sealed, ready to testify about massive fraud and obstruction. The leak reveals 3 phone calls between this witness and people legally linked to the defense team. Call number 1, 11 days out. A male voice says, and I quote, "Memory is a tricky thing. Confusion protects us all. Just stay confused." Bad? Yes. Illegal? Maybe. Call number 2, 8 days out. The same voice returns, but the gloves come off. If you bring up the March transfers, the conversation changes, for you and for your family. That is textbook intimidation. Call number 3, 72 hours ago. This is the kill shot. A female voice this time. The package is ready. Memorize the summary. Do not improvise. If you go off script, we cannot guarantee your safety agreement holds. They didn't just coach a witness. They wrote a script for perjury and held a gun to their protection agreement. Sources say audio forensics have already matched these voice prints to 2 associates reporting directly to lead counsel Harrison Mercer. When this data hit Caldwell's desk in an emergency meeting, he reportedly said, "I will not preside over a crime scene masquerading as a trial." But here is the twist that everyone missed. The prosecution didn't leak these tapes. The leak came from inside the defense team. This wasn't a hack. This was a mutiny. Someone on Mercer's payroll looked at the prison time coming their way and decided to burn the firm to the ground. As former DOJ official Cassandra Webb said, "This isn't a mistake. This is someone choosing survival over loyalty." Hit that subscribe button right now. This is history in the making, and I am tracking every single update. You do not want to miss what happens next. Now, let's go back to the moment the hammer dropped. The trial, a massive, multi-billion-dollar fraud case, had already been a bloodbath. The defense, led by Harrison Mercer, had been using scorched earth tactics for months. But when Caldwell returned from his chambers at 10:47 a.m., the atmosphere changed. He didn't sit. He stood. He looked at the defense table and said, "This court has tolerated aggression. It will not tolerate criminality." Then, the marshals moved. Witnesses say it happened in under 90 seconds. Mercer tried to stand up to object. Before he could speak, 4 marshals stepped in. 2 on the lawyers, 1 on the door, 1 on the reporter. The gallery went silent. Mercer's associate, Catherine Vance, physically recoiled. When Mercer finally stammered, "Your Honor, you cannot..." Judge Caldwell cut him dead. "I can." 11 seconds of dead silence followed. The court record confirms it. 11 seconds where everyone realized the game is over. This is bigger than the Chicago 7. This is bigger than the chaos of the 1970s. This is officers of the court sworn to the Constitution, using their badges to subvert it. We have moved past, he said, She said, we have audio, we have timestamps. As Professor Rebecca Thornton noted, the era of plausible deniability is dead. Judge Caldwell has effectively treated the defense table as an active crime scene. He sealed the room to preserve evidence, documents, laptops, notes that are right now sitting on those tables. And how did the defense respond? Catastrophically. Harrison Mercer's personal lawyer released a statement attacking the judge, calling it an assault on privilege. Wrong move. You don't attack a federal judge when you're on tape committing felonies. Former prosecutor Daniel Harrington called it professional suicide. By 6 p.m., 3 junior lawyers at the firm had resigned. Mercer is currently in soft detention inside the courthouse, not arrested, but not free to leave. Catherine Vance reportedly broke down and is now cooperating with the feds. This isn't just a mistrial, it's a dismantling of a major law firm. The charges on the table: obstruction, witness tampering, subornation of perjury, and conspiracy. We are talking 15 years, federal time. The implications are terrifying. If defense lawyers are actively threatening witnesses, how can the system function? Judge Caldwell has drawn a line in the sand. The courtroom is not a safe haven for criminals in suits. We are waiting on a 9 a.m. emergency hearing tomorrow. Judge Caldwell will decide if this goes straight to a grand jury. Will Mercer be walked out in cuffs? Will the defendant be charged with conspiracy? The integrity of the entire federal justice system hangs on what happens tomorrow morning. If you want the real story, not the sanitized news clips, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. I will be live the second the hearing concludes. The marshals are at the door. The tapes are out. Justice is coming.